What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode here in Full Metal Geek. We have an exciting second chance match going on here today, but before we get into that, I would like to introduce myself. I am your host, the Red Ranger, and introducing my co-host this evening, I have the wonderful Mr. Jay Burns. Jay, how you doing this evening?
You know what? I can't complain. There's a lot going on in the world, and I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun while the shit goes down around me.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear you that. And what funner way to watch two guys get a second chance here, trying to make a road for the title. We did have another competitor, Cameron Holzman, has decided to take himself out of the tournament. So we needed to get him replaced. So what we did is we took the two next top scorers of the newer people who lost, and that came down to Albert Wiradharma and Richard Schwartz, who both had amazing debut matches, both scoring 21. Even though they lost, scoring 21 in your debut match is no small feat.
No, not at all. I 1000% agree. 21 points will win you most matches any day of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and talk to them real quick. First, we're going to go ahead and talk to Albert and his manager, Adelaide. Albert, welcome back again. A lot sooner than you thought. I know I told you it would be a while, but here you are, another chance to try to make a way towards the title. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm excited. I was surprised to get the call this soon, but yeah, second chances doesn't come too often, so I'm really prepping for this one, and hopefully I get this win this time.
Yeah. Adelaide, any encouraging words for your competitor?
I mean, I just want to say, hey, Richard, how you doing? I don't think I've ever actually worked with you before yet, and mad respect. I mean, you lost Spin on Royalty. We lost to some discount Brohan boy, and the winner of this is going to come out a better man. And no disrespect to you, but I manage two people who I hope can meet each other in the finals. Albert is someone who I have full faith in, is someone who I've been backing and supporting for a long time. And that train's going to keep rolling. And by that train, I mean this Arsenal. Let's go, boy. Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Now we are going to talk to our other competitor, and that is Richard Schwartz. Richard, welcome back. Like I said, you had a great first match, went up against Adam Collins, who just happened to move on to the Schmodown. So, at first you were I know you were jokingly saying, hey, does that mean I'm back in? Well, you know what? Joke came true. You do not the way you thought, but you do have another chance. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm stressed out right now. Things happened today, but, I am nervous too. I've been I play along in the other Full Metal Geek matches. I either do really well or really bad. I did some studying. I worked hard. Albert probably do the same. I think what's going to come is whose nerves are going to break. I'm afraid that's going to happen to me. But, I always give it my best no matter what happens. When you're facing against me, it's always carefree. That's the way it got to be. Let's do this thing.
Oh, I love when Richard just goes on his rhyming thing. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started, y'all. All right, and we are going to start this with round number one. Round number one works like this. Each of the competitors are going to get 10 questions from throughout the world of Geek. Each answer is worth 1 point. You have 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once 15 seconds is up, you will reveal your answer and vocalize it. If either or both of you go perfect in this round, you will receive a bonus question. Keep in mind, throughout the entire match, you have 3 repeats and 1 challenge. Are there any other questions, gentlemen?
Nope.
All right, good luck to you both. We're going to start here. Round number one. Question number 1 is going to come from the Worlds of DC. The Worlds of DC, or the DCEU. What is the name of the character played by Willem Dafoe in Aquaman? I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I would. How about you, Jay?
You know what? This movie is a joy to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Right? It's fun.
No. It's a joy to watch. I actually really enjoy this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot more than I thought I would.
All right, time is up. Let's start with Albert.
Volko.
And Richard.
Didn't have it.
Volko is correct. 1 point for Albert.
Category 2 comes in the realm of Middle Earth. Who is the second dwarf to arrive at Bag End in The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey?
When this comes up, I like to ask my co-host, Jay, would you go on an unexpected journey?
I can't say no because I've taken a lot of acid before in my life. I've gone on many an unexpected journey.
5, 4. We're going to leave it at that. 3, 2, and 1. Pins down. All right, we start with Richard.
I said Keeley.
That's incorrect. Albert.
Balin.
Balin is correct. All right, gentlemen, your third question is going to come in the category of Star Wars. These are the war stars, not the trekking kind. What is the name of the fabled Sith world that Palpatine resides on in Rise of Skywalker? I still need to go revisit this movie. Like, I saw it the one time when it came out to avoid spoilers, but I have not revisited it yet.
It's always the Emperor.
I just need to actually know how I feel about this movie. This one and Last Jedi, I need to like actually
The Last
rewatch.
Jedi is my favorite of the
3,
trilogy.
2, 1. Hey, to each their own. All right, we start with Albert
Exegol.
and Richard.
Detroit.
Exegol was
Looked like
correct.
Detroit, though.
It did look like Detroit, though.
Question number 4, y'all, comes in the realm of mixed bag. Who plays Hellboy's adoptive father, Professor Broom, in 2019's Hellboy?
I never saw this. Did you see it?
I watched about 20 minutes of this movie and stopped. I watched this movie for free and still decided not to waste my time.
Ouch.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pins down, gentlemen. We start with Richard.
I was trying to write it down. I said I got nothing. I said Ben blah, blah, blah.
That's right. And Albert?
I just wrote down Sam Elliott.
Both incorrect. We are looking for Ian McShane. Ian McShane.
That's right.
No perfect rounds today, but we are halfway through as we get into question number 5. This is going to come in the category of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What was the name of the protocol at the end of Iron Man 3 that destroys all the Iron Man suits?
I have a hot take. I liked Thor: The Dark World more than Iron Man 3, and I just started my face.
That's not a hot take. I feel the same way. I have a hotter take. Caleb Coho enjoys Iron Man 3 more than he enjoys Infinity War.
And this is why Caleb Coho is a garbage individual.
5, 4, 3.
If you watch
2.
this, I love you, Caleb, but goddamn, this is cool.
All right, let's start with Albert.
House Party Protocol.
That is incorrect. Richard.
I also said house party.
We are looking for the clean slate protocol. House Party was how he summoned all the armies to work remotely. So not a bad guess, guys. Not a bad guess.
Question number 6, y'all, comes in the category of heroes and villains. Who plays businessman Max Schreck in Batman Returns?
Still have not seen this movie.
You still haven't seen this movie?
Nope.
Oh man, you know what? Everybody says.
Actually, I haven't seen either of Michael Keaton's Batmans, like all the way through. I have only caught glimpses.
I don't know what it is. I like Keaton's Batman. And
4,
Bert knows how to shoot a better
3,
movie around
2,
Christmas than Shane Black does.
1.
There, I said it.
That's not a bad point. All right, and we start with Richard.
Is it Christopher Walken?
That is
correct.
Point.
And Albert.
The second best theatrical Shrek, Christopher Walken.
All right. All right, gentlemen, we're now into your 7th question. This is coming to come in the category of Marvel. This is Marvel outside of the MCU. In 2005's Fantastic Four, what is Victor in the middle of doing on the space station when Reed interrupts him, telling the crew that the storm is closer than they think?
I still can't believe this guy directed a Shaft movie.
I still can't believe how many people don't like this movie. I really enjoy this movie.
I don't hate it. John Ottman's score is really fantastic to me. Get it?
4, 3, 2. Michael Chiklis is Ben Grimm. Prove me wrong. All right, let's start with Albert.
Fixing the Engine.
That is incorrect. And Richard.
I said looking for the ring he was going to propose to Sue.
It was very close, but unfortunately, I can't give it to you. He was actually in the middle of proposing to Sue when they got the alarm. He was in the middle of it. Unfortunately, I cannot give you that one. Very close.
Incredibly close. Question number 8, y'all, comes in the other star search. No, I mean Trek. In Star Trek: The Final Frontier, what vision did Sybok show Spock when trying to relieve his pain?
I don't know about you, Jay, but when I looked over these questions firsthand, this was the one that got me.
Oh, this is literally my first time looking at these questions.
Oh.
I didn't look at the document. I would have done pretty well so far. This is the one that would have stumbled me though.
Yeah,
And
this one got me.
I like the original Star Trek movies.
5, 4, 3,
Even the
2,
one with the whales.
and 1. All right, we go to Richard.
I said his son.
Albert.
I said his birthday.
I don't think I personally, and this is all bias aside, I don't think we can accept that as an answer.
Yep, because it's not specific enough unless he wants to challenge. I cannot give him. We're looking for Spock's birth. His birth.
You do have a manager.
You do have a
the
challenge.
ability to challenge. Personally, I wouldn't give it to you. That's way too vague. All right, Adelaide says bring them in.
No problem.
So Albert, specifically, what was your answer?
I said his birthday.
Technically, that was the day he was born. It was his birthday. So if you want, you can challenge on a technicality.
If you
My
think
birth-
it's worth.
I mean, my birthday's next week. It's not the day of my. It's not. I wasn't born next week.
Well,
Hold on.
Yeah.
This is Richard. I appreciate that.
Hmm.
But
should
this
pro-
doesn't really technically involve you. Though I do agree with that statement.
so
So it's up to you guys. If you're going to throw the challenge, we need to know, and we need to know like now.
I will say there's an argument, Albert, but you make the final decision.
I don't think we should challenge. I don't think we should really challenge.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
choosing not to challenge. All right, that's no problem.
Mhm.
All right, we move on. All right, gentlemen, your penultimate question is going to come in the category of Wizarding World. Wizarding World. What Quidditch position does Harry Potter play for Gryffindor?
What house are you in, RJ?
It's Hufflepuff if I pick anybody but Gryffindor. If I tell the Sorting Hat I want to be in Gryffindor, it'll put me in Gryffindor. If I say whatever, it puts me in Hufflepuff.
Slytherin, all the way. Like,
5,
that's the worst part.
4, 3, 2, 1. I've taken many a Potter test. All right, let's go to Albert
Seeker.
and Richard.
Seeker.
Both correct.
Your final question in round 1 comes in DC, not the realms of, not the worlds of, but just DC. Who plays the Ra's al Ghul imposter in Batman Begins?
I love this actor. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
That's all I can say without giving anything else away.
For real.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go to Richard
Ken Watanabe.
and Albert.
Ken Watanabe.
Both correct. All right.
movie
After
of
round
this?
number 1, not the highest scoring first round, but you know what? These guys kept it close. It is only 6-3 with Albert's lead. Anything can happen as we get into round number 2. Round number 2 is going to work like this. I will present you both with the wheel. That wheel has 10 slices on it, 8 categories, and hero and villain's pick. You each get a spin at the wheel that lands on a category that has 5 questions in it, each worth 2 points. If you're not sure about an answer, you can go down to multiple choice. However, the value goes down to 1. Keep in mind, gentlemen, there is stealing available in this round. So, Albert, I'll bring your manager in. Once I present y'all with the wheel and all the categories, you can decide whether you would like to spin first or defer to your opponent. And your categories for this evening are going to be Wizarding World, Star Trek, MCU, Directors and Composers, Middle-earth, Marvel, Heroes and Villains, and Worlds of DC. So, Albert, now hearing all the categories, would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
This looks pretty good for us, I think, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
So do you want to defer and see if it takes something away from you, or do you want to go first and try and take something away from him? Because right now I'm looking at one or two things in particular you might want to get away from.
Yeah, let's let him spin first.
Okay.
All All right, so Richard will be spinning first. Richard, are you ready for your spin?
Yes.
All right, spin is away. And it's going to land on Marvel, non-MCU Marvel. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
Marvel. Well, I'm going to take the chance and spin again.
No problem, all right? Second spin is in. Whatever lands on this time, you will be answering from. It's going to be directors and composers.
Oh, boy.
All right. And Jay, you can go ahead and take Richard's questions.
In directors and composers? Most definitely.
Yep.
All right, Richard, are you ready for your first question?
Mm-hmm.
Your first question is in directors and composers. What Marvel film was directed by Ruben Fleischer?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Venom, B, The Punisher, C, Blade 2, or D, Kick-Ass 2.
Can I get a repeat of the choices again?
You get one free one, right?
One free repeat, yes.
All right. Yes, your multiple choice options again are A, Venom, B, The Punisher, C, Blade 2, or D, Kick-Ass 2.
Now, is there any clarification of which Punisher it is? Because there's two. There's
The
Dolph
Punisher.
Lundgren. Okay. I'm going to say A. A, final answer.
A is
Yes.
correct for a point. A, Venom is correct for a point. Question number 2 in directors and composers, Richard. What MCU composer has a composing credit on Blade Trinity alongside the rapper The RZA?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Patrick Doyle? Is it B, Rahman Jawadi? Is it C, John Debney? Or is it D, Mark Mothersbaugh?
I'm going to go B as in boy.
B as in boy, Rahman Jawadi is correct for a point. Your third question. What comic book writer directed The Spirit?
Frank Miller? Final answer?
Correct for 2 big points. For 2 big points. Your penultimate question, or as I like to say, pent-ultimate question, just to irritate people. How many Wizarding World films have been composed by Nicholas Hooper?
2, final answer.
Correct for another 2 big points. Your final question in directors and composers. Who directed Star Trek Generations?
David Carson, final answer.
For another 2 big points. That's a phenomenal poll, by the way. Just as a fan, that
Absolutely
was a phenomenal
crazy round. Not wasn't competent with it, but man, cleared the round. Go win the multiple choice twice. Cleared that round.
Very
But
well.
you know, it is still. It now takes a 5-point lead. It is 11-6. But it is Albert's turn, so we bring back Adelaide and we bring back up the wheel.
I wish you guys had a mic
And
from me
Albert-
backstage. Oh, sorry. I wish you had a mic from me backstage. I was just the last two was like, holy shit.
Yeah, no, those were fantastic polls.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, those are fantastic polls.
Ready for your spin, Albert?
Yep.
All right. Spin is away. And it lands on the worlds of DC. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I think we talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think we want to go again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's whoosh
All
it.
right.
Respect.
Okay, you got it. Whatever it lands on this time, you will be answering from. And it lands on villain's pick.
Man, everyone plays
Richard, did you need a reminder of the remaining categories?
Yes,
Or do you know what
please.
you want to give?
No, I want
No
to
problem.
reminder.
No problem. So what we have for him are the Wizarding World, Star Trek, MCU, Middle Earth, Marvel, Heroes and Villains, and Worlds of DC.
I know what not to give him. I mean, heroes and villains are like either way. MCU's been like, it's super deep cut now. I'm gonna take a shot and just say heroes and villains, and hopefully it's a non one he doesn't know.
All right, heroes and villains it is.
Okay.
All right, Albert, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. First question, the category of heroes and villains. What is the nickname of Gideon Graves in Scott Pilgrim versus the World? Five, four,
Multiple choice.
3. Your multiple choice options are A, Big G, B, the OG, C, G-Man, or D, Gravedigger.
Great multiple choice options, by the way.
Great multiple choice.
B.
B is incorrect. Richard, a chance for a 1
Is
point
it
steal.
G-Man?
Didn't even need to repeat them. G-Man is correct for a 1 point steal.
Steal.
All right, Albert, your next question. What graphic novel-based film features heroic performances by Miranda Otto and Jai Courtney opposing a villainous Bill Nighy?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, The Shadow, B, I, Frankenstein, C, I Killed Giants, or D, From Hell.
I Kill Giants.
Richard, another chance at a 1 point steal. Let me give you the options one more time. They are A, The Shadow, B, I, Frankenstein, C, I Kill Giants, or D, From Hell.
I doubt this is right. Is it From Hell?
That is also incorrect. We were looking for I, Frankenstein. I, Frankenstein. All right, Albert, your third question. Who plays undercover French agent Delphine in Atomic Blonde?
Sorry if you can hear the background. My mom's watching bridge. She gets very engaged.
Sophia Boutella.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good pull,
Great
Albert.
pull.
And I apologize for talking during your thinking. My
Okay.
apologies.
All right. Albert, your fourth question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the man who ran the specific gang that killed Shelly and Eric in The Crow?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Tintin, B, T-Bird, C, Funboy, or D, Shank.
Fun Boy.
Richard, another chance at a 1 point steal. Your options once again are A, Tintin, B, T-Bird, C, Funboy, or D, Shank.
Sorry, I had to move my hand because I got that Apple iCloud again. Shank.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for T-Bird. T-Bird. All right, Albert, your last question here in round number 2.
Mm-hmm.
What comic book movie features the villain trying to summon an army of demons called the Oldru Jihad?
Can I get multiple choice?
Your multiple choice options are A, Hellboy, B, Constantine, C, Darkman, or D, The Spirit. 5, 4.
Can I get a repeat of the question?
Sure, no problem. That is your first repeat.
Mhm.
And I will give you the options once again with that repeat. What comic book movie features the villain trying to summon an army of demons called the Ogdru Jihad? Is it A, Hellboy, B, Constantine, C, Darkman, or D, The Spirit?
Darkman?
Richard, another chance at a 1-point steal. Your options once again are A, Hellboy, B, Constantine, C, Darkman, or D, The Spirit.
Hellboy?
That is correct for a 1-point steal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, after round number 2, this is now a 5-point game, but the tides have turned. Richard is now in the lead with 13 to Albert's 8 as we get into round number 3. So round number 3 is going to work like this. I'm going to present you all with another wheel. This wheel now only has 6 categories on it. Each category has a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer question. You will spin the wheel 3 times to get each point value. Every correct answer gets you that point value. There is no stealing in this round. A category is eligible to be spun more than once as long as it is a different point value. And we will stay with one competitor until they actually take the lead over their opponent. So, Albert, we're going to bring back Adelaide for you and bring back this new wheel. I will give you all the categories, and then we will start with your spins. And keep in mind, gentlemen, you do have one respin in this round. If you don't like your 3-pointer, you can use a respin, but then you're stuck with whatever the 5-pointer is. Albert, the categories for this evening are going to be Mixed Bag, Star Trek, DC, Quotes, Wizarding World, and Worlds of DC. Are you ready for your 2-pointer spin?
Yeah.
All right.
Loving this wheel.
And it lands on Mixed Bag. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or use your respin?
I think we really need to save our respin for later because there are some dangerous categories here.
Mm-hmm. I'll just take this one.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want me to read them to him?
Yes, Jay. You will take Albert for this round.
All right. Albert, your 2-pointer coming in the realm of Mixed Bag. What comic book movie has a cast including Chris Pratt, Morgan Freeman, Common, Terrence Stamp, and Angelina Jolie?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Red.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Is it Wanted?
It was Wanted. It was Wanted.
All right. We're bringing back up the wheel. This is now going to be your 3-pointer spin. Are you ready, Albert?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That spin is away. And this time it lands on Quotes. Would you like to keep that for 3 points or use your respin?
I don't like this wheel. It's a 5-point game. I think that if he needs to win, he needs to hit at least his 2. If we hit this, we can do his 3. Do you think that we can risk taking this, or do you want to spin again and try and lock a 5?
God.
Remind it, we are currently 5 down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need an answer in 5,
I'll just take it.
4.
Okay.
Take it?
You're-
All right.
Your
You got this,
3-point
buddy.
question, in the realm of quotes.
Hold on, Jay.
Oh.
Okay. There you go.
There we go. All right. Your 3-point question in the realm of quotes. Which Lord of the Rings character said, "I don't want to be in a battle, but waiting on the edge of one I can't escape is even worse"?
Five, 4, 3,
Can I get a repeat?
2.
Most
Second
definitely.
repeat.
Your 3-pointer in quotes. Which Lord of the Rings character said, "I don't want to be in a battle, but waiting on the edge of one I can't escape is even worse.
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Mary.
1.
Unfortunately, it is the other of the pair. It was Pippin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so this is where we stand. Albert does still have his 5-pointer question left and his respin. We will bring back up the wheel one more time, and he will get a category. If he hits it, he will tie the game with Richard, forcing him to at least answer one question right to win. If he misses his 5-pointer, Richard will win via TKO. Albert, do keep in mind you still do have one repeat left as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you ready for your possible last spin?
Yeah.
All right.
Deep breath, buddy.
Spin is away.
You can hit this.
It's going to be Worlds of DC. Would you like to keep that for your 5-pointer or use your respin?
I think to hit the 5, you know what we need to go for. There's some dangerous stuff on there, but I'm not sure how we are in DCEU.
Going to need an answer in 5.
I'll take it.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck, Albert. I know you can do this.
Thank you, Edwin.
All right, Albert, your 5-point question coming to you in the realm of Worlds of DC.
Mm-hmm.
What is Doc's nickname for Harley in Birds of Prey?
Five, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. Last repeat.
And again, your 5-point question in the Worlds of DC, DCEU, whatever they're deciding to call it now. What is Doc's nickname for Harley in Birds of Prey?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have no guess.
And your winner by way of technical knockout, Richard Schwartz. The answer we were looking for is lotus flower. Lotus flower. Wow, tight match right there. Just back and forth. Round 1 going one way, round 2 going the other way. And like always, round 3 wheel just rears its ugly head. Takes another great competitor out before their time. We're going to go ahead and speak with Albert and his manager first. Albert, man, you had a good first round, man. I know that round 2, getting Villain's pick, it's hard to come back from that. And, he took a lot of those steals that you were trying to avoid. You did the right thing, though. You went to multiple choice, and he didn't get that. He could have got a lot more points. So, you did the right thing by going multiple choice those times you weren't sure. But, it's just that round 3, all the pressure was on you. You had to answer them. I mean, what's going through your mind right now?
That was probably one of the worst match I've ever played. That round 2. I wish I had spin first, because I probably would have done better in that directors and composers.
Oh.
But yeah, no.
If we spin first and not second, literally the match inverses. We hit our strength, he gets opponents, and we got. I mean, the heroes and villains this time was, I think, like 3 or 4 of the mixed. 3 or 4 of the questions were a mixed bag. We got just really unlucky, and then the round 3 wheel, we got really unlucky with the categories we were offered. And it's not like you played bad today. You still had a pretty good round 1. It just very unlucky, extremely unlucky today.
Yeah, absolutely. But Albert, like I said, I mean, we have plenty of people in this league who just their records don't reflect their actual skill. You may be going to 0-2, but that does not reflect how good of a player you are. And like I said, and I think people are going to see that, the Full Metal Brawls coming out. People are going to be picking teams. And I think you're someone to look at. I think you're someone to have in the back pocket there. So, I think you have a good chance of someone picking you up for that match.
Back pocket. I mean, this man is maybe the strongest 0-2. I don't know who else is 0-2, but if Jake Marangoni can go 0-4, Albert being 0-2 is like a godsend. If this man is not in your top however many for this thing, you're wrong. This man is a fucking beast. Today, he is still a beast. You know what? Because he still showed up. He still came. He still kicked ass, and he never let himself bow out. If you want a winner on your team for this big, awesome show thingy, yeah, Albert is an amazing pick for you.
All right. Well, sorry it didn't go y'all's way tonight, but we will definitely see you both again in the future. Y'all have a good night. And now we speak with our winner for the evening, Richard. I mean, look, man, all I can say is I saw your face after round 1. I know you had a tough day. I saw your face when you got that round 2 spin, and you took that thing to church, man. You did it enough. You did exactly what you had to do. You ran yours, took the steals that you could get, and put him in the position where he had to answer round 3 questions, man. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it's really funny. My first match against Adam, I had a fantastic round 1, but a god-awful round 2. This match, I had a god-awful round 1, but a fantastic round 2. I mean, I was stressed out. I felt almost defeated after round 1. Like, there was some I should have gotten, but there was just some I was like, I saw the movie recently. I'm not, like, planet names, I'm never good with Star Wars. It happens. But actually, I do have to kind of credit my victory to Albert, because the fact that he had directors and composers as his strength made me study a lot on directors and composers, especially Star Trek. And that David Carson's the one I recently did this morning. And, I got lucky with some of the questions. And, like, when I gave him heroes and villains, I was hoping for 1 or 2 maybe mixed bag. There's a lot of mixed bag questions up there. It was a very unlucky break. This is not – I've seen Albert play a fantastic game. This is not his best. I hope one day in the future we do a rematch, because this match, even my performance, did not do either of us justice. And, however, if I'm taking on Ryan Payne now, I need to do better, because if I play like I did today, I'm not going to win. So I definitely need to up my game, because Ryan is insane when it comes to Geek. So I need to study up for that.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like you said it, you got Ryan Payne up next. He's definitely no pushover. So yeah, I'm glad you're already knowing what you got to do. And if you dedicate that much the way you dedicated it against Albert, it shows that you are a force to be reckoned with, man. And congratulations tonight. And we will see you at that next match. Oh man, Jay, I mean, any final thoughts on that match?
It was going one way in round 1. They had me going in the first half, and then it completely flips. It's phenomenal. I've known Richard for a couple of years. He's studied very hard over the 2.5 years that I've known the kid, and it shows. He continuously tries to get better. His match against Adam Collins was phenomenal. 21-point loss. He didn't even hit 21 points today, and he's got a TKO. That just goes to show what can happen in matches. Albert doesn't have anything to hang his head on. I thought Albert had it all the way up until Richard hit them last 3 in his round 2. It's crazy the way momentum can swing, even though Richard had many opportunities to steal way more points and end this a little earlier in round 2. He didn't capitalize on them. It kept Albert in the game. This was a fantastic showing by both people involved. And Richard's TKO'd and beaten a lot of people in the leagues that we consider the best, Jeremy Adams being one of them. He's no slouch, and neither is Albert. Albert always shows out. He always shows up, and they both have a good time. But Mr. Carefree gave no Fs today. He was just here to play it and have a good time, and it shows.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that'll do us here for tonight, us at Full Metal Geek. We are officially done with our debut matches. We're moving on to the next round, as you would like to say. This was it. This is what we needed to do. Now it's all on. But yeah, so we will see you guys next week with the next round of matches. For everybody, for Adelaide, for Albert, for Richard, for Jay over there, I have been your host, the Red Ranger, and we will see you guys next time here at Full Metal Geek.